The Vorck. The Vorck are a genetically engineered worker being made to labor in space for some other race, who knows what. And they have since escaped their slave labor, but they still kind of have the servant mentality. Their bonus is workaholic. When they place a colony on a planet, they immediately gain resources equal to what the planet costs. So for example, if I was to put a colony here, it would cost me 1 metal to place the colony, and then that's an atomic on it. I'd then immediately get an atomic, plus I put an atomic production in there. So you get kind of rewarded for building your colonies. Your victory ability is obsequious. When you produce, you like to have other guys around to sort of boss you around. So if you're on the same planet with another civilization, you gain 1 hyper for each different rival. So if there's 3 other players in the game, you can get up to 3 hypers if you're on planets with all of them. Your weakness is that you're servile. You can't declare battle on someone that has a bigger system than you. Super ships are the biggest, corvettes are the littlest. If you have so you kind of like, if they have a really big ship, then you need one too, or you don't dare attack them. Your technologies are craven and incompetence. You are, after all, a slave mentality. Craven lets you surrender in battle. You gain a hyper. Your fortresses and ships are all removed. Your ships are just damaged, but your fortresses are dead. You also, the enemy only gets points equal to half your value on the battle track. So it lets you kind of like spoil the victory by committing suicide. Your incompetence ability is that before the battle, you roll dice in the battle, you can say, we're just rolling 6-sided dice. And then every ship rolls a 6-sided dice instead of whatever its type is. So for example, the hate ship normally rolls a d12. It would roll a d6 against the Vorck. This works really well for the Vorck because their super ship is the Ram. The Ram rolls 4 6-sided dice, but it only has a defense of 6. So they're like eggshells with hammers. It's really easy to kill them, but they do a ton of damage. And since they usually have a lot of production because they're getting money every time they land a colony, they can afford to make these things, and then they like rolling d6s, so it's kind of all plays together into their civilization.